Talkin Yanks pregame show. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's game 3. Game 1 in the Bronx, and the series isn't over until a road team wins. Isn't that correct, Joes?
That's correct.
Don't talk to the end.
Don't talk to the end.
Oh, my premonition.
Oh, Joe's is here. Jake's here. Joe's is going to the game. BBD's here. I'm here. And we're going to talk about the lineup, pitching path to victory, what to watch for, and everything else about game 3. But before we get into that, everyone's going to tell you their mood because Joe's made me declare it. And Jake, you said you described it, but I didn't hear it. What's your mood?
You were on the ticket.
I was on the ticket.
Are you going to say yours?
No, I'll let Jake go first.
Okay.
My general demeanor.
Because maybe his general demeanor, his GD, could change my GD.
Might change his ED. For me, it's pretty simple. Go out on a ball game today.
That's your mood?
We'll get there. You'll see. I'm poetic.
I thought it was simple.
Win a ball game today. 2-1. Home games. Yankee Stadium. If you lose today, you're a joke. So for me, I'm kind of here. You guys control it. Win a ball game at home today. Win one of 3 baseball games in the World Series. And I'm here. You lose 3. You lose 1 in the Bronx. You lost 1 in an error. Then I don't know if you deserve to be here. I think all the Guardian Royal stuff is true then.
Well, that's compared to the Dodgers, it's definitely a weaker path.
That can all go away with 1 win today. So I'm here. Yanks, let's do it. We're in the Bronx. Let's go. So I'm pretty relaxed, man. You win today, we win the World Series. You lose today, you didn't deserve to be here.
Joe's mood is some sort of positive gibberish from what I've seen in the last hour of sitting next to him.
I'm scared shitless.
That's my mood. I'm pretty terrified. I've been searching for positivity, and I've come up empty all day.
I am scared shitless. However, I will tell you that I still have the belief in this team until they show me otherwise. And today at first pitch, we'll see. We'll see what team shows up. They're coming to your house, okay? They took care of business in their house. They're coming to your house. Are they going to punk you in your own building? Are you going to go out there and not even put out your best effort and not beat this team?
If you're going to get punked, then you're punks.
Then you're punks.
I think it'll be a game. It'll be close.
Okay.
They just need to win.
Close don't matter.
Win it.
Does fucking matter.
You gotta
they
win.
Need
to win. They don't need to win?
They need to win big.
They need to win.
No, they need to win.
They need to win and not use their guys. They need to show that they can hit or that stuff's going to change, that they're not just going to roll over to the bottom.
This is an elimination game for them, kind of.
Yes.
Like, you got to treat it that way. You got to go out and you cannot go down 3-0.
No, you got to win.
You got to win tonight. I don't care I don't care if you win by 50. I don't care if you win by 1.
But do you think they will win? You guys are just avoiding it.
Yes, I do think that they will win.
They can.
But do you think they will?
I think they can. They're going to show us tonight. That's it. That's what this all comes down to. If they win tonight, you've got a bullpen day the next day.
I know,
and then
but
you've got Cole for game 5.
I know. Yeah, I'm just wondering if you're confident.
They can win today.
They could have won the first 2 too.
They should have won
game 1. I didn't
1.
think they could have won game 2.
I didn't think so either. Yeah. I thought they should have won game 1 and they blew it.
Yeah.
So, if you want to be a team that gets remembered, you want to go on and win a World Series, you have to win today.
Bingo.
So that's where it's in their hands. If they want to do the calm, cool, collected, roll the lineup out, which they did, minus the catcher, well, then put it up. Otherwise, you guys fucked up.
Question. Are we going to get a flyover? A good flyover is good.
Good flyover is good. I don't know.
I like that.
They're already doing
Is it too
much.
late?
You don't like flyover, Jim?
No, I don't
Come
like
on.
Jeter throwing the first pitch of Fat Joe singing and people acting like Judge is a dead guy. Cheer for Judge, cheer for Judge. Like, shut up. We're not kids. Cheer for Judge. I'm not saying don't cheer for Judge, but don't treat him like it's He's like on a wheelchair, like Gehrig on his final days coming to the stadium. Hashtag cheer for Judge. Like it's the most embarrassing thing that Judge could ever see is that there's little kids out there saying hashtag cheer for Judge. Like he's
I was saying it.
Paid a ton of money and he's just sucking.
Josie's
Cheer for
against you
Judge.
on this.
Don't boo him. No, because he's
don't boo him.
Don't boo him. I'm saying cheer
That's-
for him. I'm saying
Yes.
making it like this big thing, like he's a little
The
baby.
Trey Turner thing changed everything forever. Everyone wants to try to do that.
For sure. That was the middle of the season. You had a lot of time.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
I'm saying cheer for him. I'm saying John Boy, make sure that you cheer for Judge. Like, okay. Ugh. What are we, the fucking Seattle Seahawks? Gross. We make our 12th fan jerseys and act like we matter.
I got out in front of it because I seen a couple of people saying that they want to boo him, and I know
That's
how,
wrong. Don't boo him.
I don't believe
cheer
in
for him.
boo-
I'm
yes.
I'm saying cheer for him. I'm saying stop acting like it's
The
this
Bronx
movement.
can matter tonight.
Yes.
For sure.
You just said it.
You don't like
fans can't matter.
flyovers?
No, I'm saying Seattle fans think they do way more than they do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yankees
I
have-
love flyovers,
Yes.
but I don't want Fat Joe singing for 2
They
minutes on
work
the
at
field.
night.
Well, Jay-Z sang before 2009.
But that was like that team's song. Like, what's Fat Joe even going to sing? Every game in
York.
09 started with the
in
Jay-Z
New York.
song. They sang at the parade. Jordan Wilson and Chat says Jimmy Hayden on the 12th Man is crazy. Oh, I fucking hate
Hates the
Seattle 12th
12th
Man. I think it's the most
It's
embarrassing
a
thing in
long-running
professional
hatred.
sports. I think it's like Nick Wallenda and then Seattle fans. Most commonly worn jersey in your stadium is you? Fuck is that? Anyway, they didn't do anything with the lineup. They did half measures. They moved Volpe up and they put Trevino in over Wells, which it does make it so you can't bring Banda and Vesia and just go through the bottom of the lineup, although I don't think Trevino really changes that much. But there is the pro to the change in lineup is the balance. The downside is it's a half measure because Stan's still not hitting 3, and he's the guy that's been the guy. And they can still pitch around Soto. So Boone is saying he believes Judge will turn it around and there's enough time. And I think you can say Judge is going to turn it around, but also this is our best foot forward. And I really did think they were going to do something. I really did. So I did not think it was going to be Judge 3, Stan 4. At least I thought Stan was going to go 5 and they get balanced. So I'm a little upset. Hopefully I'm proven wrong. Judge fucking smokes a homer.
Be Aaron Judge, and all that other fodder goes away. Yeah, I think we all kind of knew in our heart of hearts they weren't going to change the top. They didn't change Judge and Soto all year. I was surprised of the catcher left field button. I thought they'd press Dominguez just because that button defensively could not be seen, where Trevino catching.
But they want
If they steal 3 bases in the first
Yes,
2 innings,
I agree with you.
we're going to have the deepest, darkest feeling we've had in our stomach since that Sunday night when the Red Sox broke
But
the
d-
stolen base record
But
against them.
Dominguez doesn't change the balance, and Trevino changes the balance, which is what they're doing.
Yeah, it does.
They don't like him as a righty.
But it changes the balance. I mean, Trevino's not exactly
but-
A-Rod in the plate.
But Walker
It changes
Buehler's
the balance.
a righty. He's going to hit lefty.
Right, but they're going to bring in someone out of the bullpen.
Yeah, but they don't believe in that. Like the reason why it's Trevino is for righty lefty.
Exactly.
Yes, and Dominguez he would just still be hitting lefty.
But has
Right,
more pop.
but they're also prepping for the bullpen game tomorrow. That's what part
Yeah,
of this
but I
is.
think Trevino will be out by the time they get to the bullpen,
We'll see. I don't know.
unless he gets some hits.
Yeah.
Trevino is the only I put all in that thing I was doing with the arm slot. Trevino's got a 571 batting average versus pitchers with that arm slot.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Walker Buehler's arm slot, the Yankees stink against, and Yamamoto's got the same, Lugo's got the same, and there was some other pitcher from the playoffs, and it's like, what? This is crazy. Like all Judge's numbers are amazing, and Soto's numbers are amazing, but guys that throw from this same area, same height and release, they have terrible numbers. Bizarre. They're running into all of them. You're going to...
Buck the trend.
All right.
Gotta do it
Is that the
tonight.
lineup?
Believe
Any
you
other
do.
talks about the lineup?
Um,
Judge has to hit. I don't think Judge will, but to make this not a bad non-move, like to save, like Boone is banking on Judge to help him out. Otherwise, it's like manager didn't manage in a pivotal Series and moment and game.
Star didn't show up, manager didn't manage. That's where I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like they've laid it out there. I'm kind of the mood that maybe I could depict to Yankee fans better was Rodon coming into the season. Like, remember where I was at with Rodon? It was like, hey, dude, you you did all that. You put yourself in a weird spot. You went missing from the team to show up this year. Like, Rodon, you either show up and join the party or you're joining Carl Pavano. That's where I'm at with the Yankees team.
Yeah, but it's just kind of saying like anything can happen.
I mean, what's that mean? It's baseball. Like, you got to go out and win one of 3 games if you want to win a World Series.
I know. You're saying you don't know.
What do you want me to say? The Yankees will win this game?
I don't know. Like you think it's going to be. I don't think the Yanks will win this game big. I think they can win close. I think it's going to be a battle. I think they're not the favorite to win tonight.
I think they're favored.
I think they're the favorite to win.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I think they're not the favorite. I think it's going to have to take a ballsy start from Clark, and the top of the offense is going to have to go. Because if they let Walker find a lane, he can easily go 4 or 5 innings.
I mean, the
and keep
team
it
has
close.
to perform. Like, that's all it is. Like, it's one baseball game. Trevino could have 3 hits today. Like, someone has to step up.
I think Soto or Stanton has to have a big game.
Okay.
I think they can. I think Soto and Stanton.
I mean, Gleyber could have a 2-homer game. Like, it's a World Series.
Yeah, but
You
I'm just
wanna be
saying against
remembered.
like Buehler, like what the pitches he throws, how he attacks guys. Soto can really high fastballs.
Jazz is 3 for 5 against Walker Buehler. Like, someone's got it. Rizzo, find the porch.
I know, but I'm saying I think people want to hear our thoughts, not just anything can happen.
Oh.
Well, it's a baseball game. That's part of it. And if you want to be remembered as a baseball team instead of going to the World Series, the Yankees they broke the 14-year stretch. I mean, do you want the fun fact to be that they still haven't won a World Series game? Like, this is it.
Ooh.
They looked at each other. We said if Judge
think about that.
If Judge, we talked about if he wants to move himself in the lineup or Boone wants him. They said, no, we're going to roll this out. Okay, then prove it. Prove you're a Yankee team.
Yeah.
You think they're like the 4th fastest team? Trevino's in,
That's what
but
makes me nervous.
Scary.
It's Mookie, Teoscar. Well, Ohtani, obviously. Who are the threats to run? Because that's a good thing you got to watch for.
Yeah, I mean, Mookie's not what he used to be. Mookie stole 16 bags this year.
That's still.
Yeah, I mean, Ohtani's the guy. He stole 50 whatever bags. So, if you took him out of that, Dodgers are probably middle of the pack stolen bases. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see with him getting banged up last game. Is he going to be okie doke Ohtani that he's stealing first pitch? Like, I don't care. Or does Ohtani have the red light?
They've also done a good job of keeping Ohtani off the bases. Like, he hasn't crushed him off. Does he have a hit yet in 3 games?
He does. He has the Canely double. That's
yes, off the wall. Canely double. Yeah.
Shohei had 59 stolen bases. Mookie was second on the team. They're with 16. So they're not a team of stolen base threats.
Yeah, I wonder if they turn it on. Who else would be? Do we have their lineup?
Tommy
yet?
Edman. Tommy Edman played in limited games, so Tommy Edman can
I have
run.
their lineup.
Okay.
Ohtani is leading off and DHing. Mookie bats second and right. Freddie Freeman's batting third. Teoscar Hernandez in left field. Muncy at third, batting 5th. Will Smith batting 6th. Gavin Lux batting 7th. Kike is batting 8th, playing center, and Tommy Edman, shortstop, batting 9th.
Do not throw fastballs up and away to Kike Hernandez, please, at Yankee Stadium. Use the big part of the ballpark, please. Left center field. Okay.
I'm trying to look up how many steals or caught stealings, pickoffs with Clark and Trevino this year. Because I think Clark had I think he's good. I think he's helpful with Trevino. Now, he missed a lot as well, so it'll be earlier in the season. Limiting it just by picking off. Trevino does a lot of back picks, stepping off and getting guys.
Clark's got a decent move.
Yeah. Yeah, for a righty, he's got a quick move. It's just fast. See if I can pull it up in a second. Stolen base, caught stealing.
No free.
Edmund leads the Dodgers in steals in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He's 4-0, so he's the other third, but he's going to be in front of Ohtani, presumably, if he's getting on.
Oh, man.
Max Muncy's 2-0.
Who's batting 7, 8, 9 for them?
7, 8, 9, they have Lux, Kike, Edmund.
You cannot give them free bases.
Ohtani 0 for 2 on steals this playoffs. Weird.
Meat.
So let's see. Jake Myers got thrown out in the very first series of the season. That was Clark and Trevino. Rokino got picked off, like he took off and Trevino said, hey, go. Or was it the planned play? Nope, he just took off and they got him. Randy, he got a stolen base on that tandem. Jose Caballero. Oh, a lot of stealing third, it looks like. That's a terrible throw, that one. That one. Yandy got caught stealing. Was this a Trevi throw? Third base. They try to steal third a lot on the Yanks, or maybe that's a Clark thing.
He's not paying attention to them.
6 stolen bases, 3 caught stealing, which I think actually is a pretty decent rate. Like 40 is amazing, and all right. Yeah, they got to do a lot of pickoffs. So if you're watching at home and someone's asking you why are they throwing over so much, or like Trevi's got a back pick, like it's a big part of the game. So much so that you talked about Kike's outside hit. Well, the first baseman's going to be worried about keeping that runner close. There might be a bigger hole for the righties to poke it that way, or the lefties. Like the lefties might have a big hole because Rizzo's holding on and not just playing first. And it's like such an active part.
Good point.
They got to be careful where they pitch to these guys. It's got to attack. Pitching path to victory. Do you think there's any chance Clark sees the top a third time through?
Depending game situation, yeah. Like if it's 4-1 and he looks good, I think they would try to sneak a couple outs from him, yes.
I think no way.
Okay.
Because like Joe's is saying, it's a must win.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna want to get him out of there with applause. I mean, they did it with Cole in game 1, and I thought that was a little nuts. I thought
That
he
was
looked
crazy.
good.
Yeah.
And Clark struggles.
I think they were saving him for game 5.
Which is, I don't know, that playing those games. You play silly games, you win silly prizes.
They sure are.
So, yeah, I think pitching path to victory, Clark's going to, hopefully that gets him, into the 5th.
Yeah, I mean, his 2 playoff starts have been 4.2. He got screwed in Cleveland. I think that was the Judge, 90% ball that he didn't catch in center, that it would have been 5 innings, 1 run. So Clark has been, and that's kind of what postseason starts are. So, yeah, the goal would be Clark for 5.
If you don't know, Clark's splits this season, third time through, are nuts. 610 OPS first time, 630 second time, 937 OPS against third time through. And with the lefties up there, seeing him, I think so much so that they won't do it, that you're going to see a really tight game plan with Clark, like Cole had, where he's going to throw certain pitches the first time through. And you saw it with Rodon. Rodon went the first time through just fastballs. And then when he started mixing it up, it actually was worse for him. But yeah, if Clark is getting quick outs with the cutter and grounders with the curve, then you see a completely different mix the rest of the way. But I think he's coming out hopefully in the middle of the 5th. And then I'd love Tim Hill to be the first guy out versus those lefties. You saw in game 2, he can face them. He can get outs, especially if it's in the middle of the inning. And that's not where Clay does his best work. So I'd like it. Clark, Tim Hill, third time through against those lefties. Not Nestor, Tim Hill. Then at that point, you're probably through 5. You go Clay to start the 6th and see if you can mix and match Clay and Canely for 6, 7. And get through 6, 7, 8, 9, those 4 innings with Clay, Canely, Weaver. That's what I think they should do.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tim Hill's a safe bet to be first out. Well, you say that, and then Clay's the first out every game. So, but yeah, you'd like to think whether it's Ohtani, Freddie, Muncy, one of them, you'd like to think they're spinning them around and targeting that. And then, yeah, I mean, the Yankees love Clay, so it's like, where's the Clay lane today? And I don't know if there is one, so that's scary. Like, do they have any righties back-to-back? No.
No, the Dodgers are so balanced. It's lefty, righty, lefty, righty, lefty, righty, lefty, righty, switch.
My guess would be the Clay lane would be Will Smith, Gavin Lux, Kike, and then Tommy Edman because he's weaker from the left side. So I'd guess that's the Clay lane. So however that lines up, if Clark flips it twice through, then you go Tim Hill for Shohei, Betts, Freddie, Teoscar, Muncy. That's 3 out of 5 lefties. I'd assume that bottom is the Clay lane, and then the next inning would be the Canely lane.
Yeah.
And then Weave Dog.
Weave. Yeah, like Joe said, you could do Weave for 2 if you want. I don't think they want to. But really, the offense needs to give wiggle room. I don't think they can win a 1-0 game against the Dodgers. I think that's too taxing and too hard. Boone would have to play the bullpen perfectly, and everyone would have to perform perfectly. So,
yeah, I guess that's the only part I don't agree on. Like, the Yankees can win that game, and that game, winning one game can change the momentum of a whole series. Like, if they win that 1-0 game, then the Dodgers suddenly have a scoreless streak. And then if you score in the next game, like, it can change the whole series. So you have to, whether it's 1-0, whether it's 10-9, whether it's 10-1.
You just got to win.
Yeah, I just think it's the bullpen would have to be perfect. If all of a sudden
everyone would have to be perfect.
All of a sudden, well, someone could give up runs. I mean, the bullpen usage, it could be a back and forth in the 8th, 9th, going back and forth, and people give up runs along the way. But you need Cousins, Meza, Nestor to not be part of this game, and whoever else is down there, Stroman, Leiter Jr. Cannot be part of the formula for this game.
Yeah, this game should Hill, Canely, Holmes, Weaver. We're all comfortable with that, and it's after an off day, so if you can get 1.1 out of a lot of those guys, and that gets you there.
So,
the only caveat I would give is if Cousins needs a righty out, like
to end the inning,
he has shown that
if he can get to end the inning, but they're just so balanced,
that
you can't get extra outs. They can't burn Clay.
A gumption Mark Leiter outing.
No. I don't see that happening. Although they did pitch well yesterday, all those pitchers. But I just think in a close game, the righty lefty, when all those guys have kind of their spot. So I hope Tim Hill comes out first, because I think that's what went wrong in game 1. Is Clay came out first in a path that was not good for him.
Yeah.
And then we kind of got nothing out of a guy who should be giving us 1.1, 1.2, and then we were burned.
Had to bring out Weaver earlier as a result later on.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say something about Clark?
Sure.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Clark Schmidt, man. Like, last year when we went to Camden Yards, you remember that?
Yeah.
Couldn't get lefties out at all.
Yeah.
His development is awesome, and then the fact that he got hurt, now you're pitching a World Series game, Pop. So, shout to you. But I will tell you this, and his cutter's pretty good. 238 batting average against his lefties against him. It's pretty good. Just keep the lefties at bay and don't leave that cutter over the middle of the plate. Just up and in with it. Well, he knows how to pitch these lefties because I feel like he's had to work extra hard in that department. And this lineup has some lefties, boy. So let's get Clark Schmidt. Go out there, shock some people, man. Why not?
Struck out 32% of left-handed batters he faced in the regular season, which was the 3rd best among starting pitchers.
Yeah. Crazy.
I'm telling you, he had to work extra. Remember, he was the other way against lefties, and he had to develop that. And
they were so stubborn because it was like, I don't think that cutter works.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden they figured out when to use it, how to use it, and then it was like
changed the shape of it too.
Yes,
it's really effective.
Let's go. Bust him up and in.
What number did David Cohn wear?
36.
36.
36.
What number does Clark wear?
36. Oh man, he gives me a start like that. I don't want to compare anybody to other
It's a
teams
different
anymore.
era.
We've been doing that too much.
a different era.
almost.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you're right.
I'm over it.
This team needs to be its own team. We're not going to look for anything else anymore. I try to do that with Rodon and like Game 2. And I'm not doing it be your own team, make your own memories, and that's it.
That's it.
Those 90s teams are not here to help you. Maybe to throw out the first pitch.
Spike
Maybe.
it, cheat.
Maybe.
Should spike it.
That pitching path to victory was brought to you by Body Armor, new friends of the program. Wow.
Shout out to Body Armor. Love you guys.
Body Armor. This pregame show is brought to you by Body Armor. Real hydration, real ingredients, packed with electrolytes, vitamins, and nothing artificial. And I think the coolest part, Body Armor saw everything that was going on with us this postseason, and they were like, hey, we want in. And we said, okay, our pregame show is a little wonky. Are you sure? And they were like, hell yeah. So go get yourself some Body Armor. Go check out. You can get them at Walmart, local grocery. I mean, they're kind of everywhere now. Click the link in the description. Joe's likes the strawberry banana flavor.
I do.
I like that one too.
The peach mango is pretty good. This one,
I'm an orange mango
that's fine.
lad.
Clark also, he's got a good curve. Sweeper. The sweeper's actually the weirdest pitch because it doesn't really sweep. It's like a little tiny. The curve's awesome. But Mookie, still, like you've seen, break balls from righties, it's still tough. Just don't try to sneak fastballs by him.
No. Mookie Betts can hit a fastball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Always.
Use the big part of the park, Clark.
Left center field. Left center field.
Any premonitions or anything else? What to watch for with Bueller would be if he's hitting his spots, his pitch mix is going to be effective on Judge and the righties because that high fastball and curveball that Yamamoto has. Now, he doesn't have the splitter to mix in, but Yamamoto is still effective with that slow curve. Like, who else had the slow curve? Yamamoto had one. Flaherty
kind of does.
Kind of had
He
that.
has a
He had
79
the
curve.
Crazy
Yes.
slow.
He has
All
the
right,
tight slider and the big curve.
So Bueller has that same slow curve. I just hope he hangs one.
Roll it.
And if he does hang
Giancarlo.
one,
Bang it.
yeah,
Si Puelo.
yeah.
I think the other thing, and that, I think internally because we've been talking about this for 48 hours, that it's what have we said, what haven't we said. The Dodgers don't want to use their A pen today.
No.
So, that's the other thing for me. You just have to get a lead.
They're willing to punt the game ASAP.
You could see a Yankee bunt early.
Ooh.
You need to do something to get that lead because the Dodgers' party trick is their bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
And if he gets to save it for a day, they almost take that as a win today.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get the lead. You have to. And they can.
Get the 0 off the board first and early.
Soto homer. If they pitch him,
Sure.
they pitched to him yesterday or last game.
I think the other thing that could have a ripple effect on both sides if someone finds the porch. Just because, think about what we've turned the last 2 days and okay, so they technically won their home field, whatever. If Glaber,
That's our home field.
if someone finds the porch, then we're like, hey, we're home.
Chaz.
We're in the Bronx. This place is going nuts.
Riz.
A porch homer would be double points.
Does Bueller throw outside? Because that would be nice if he's never pitched at the stadium, right?
Never pitched at the stadium.
It's a lesson a lot of pitchers have to learn. Lance Lynn talked about it, that to righties you can't pitch outside because if they could extend, they could just find the porch. Hopefully no one's taught Walker Bueller that lesson, and he tries to throw fastball outside. I think he mostly works inside to righties.
Judgy, think inside out, bro.
Yeah.
He's trying to pull all these pitches.
Yeah.
Don't think. Just
Stop
play.
thinking.
Can't think and hit at the same time. That's what Yogi Berra says.
You got a Bernie Williams in. No laptops. Bernie. Take a nap, Judge.
Oh,
I'm not thinking. I'm never thinking.
pregame nap.
that's a good one.
What are you... Do you guys have premos?
Soto homer.
Like that.
Pulling down the line. I expect Rizzo to come up big at some point. And I don't he was pulling that A swing out a bunch. yesterday,
Yeah.
or last game for the first time in a while. And he's another one that had to adapt to the stadium. Like Shohei has terrible numbers at the stadium, and Freeman has bad numbers at the stadium. And we were like, do all these lefties think they can hit this porch?
And he hit a home run.
But then they just hit it foul, or they're just like, it's not their regular swing. We saw Rizzo do that when he first came to the Yankees, and then he figured it out. So maybe just the fact that he felt comfortable taking those swings yesterday, maybe the fingers are feeling better. Someone needs, I mean, you said it before you hit play or hit record, but someone needs to have a hero moment besides Stanton and Soto. I can't bank on it, so I'm trying to bank on Stanton or Soto.
I was laughing because there was someone in the comments that I think if we say this, people laugh at our podcast, but they were like, how come none of the Yankees stepped up in the box for these curveballs? And I was laughing because that's a little like middle school, high schoolish. But at the same time, Anthony Rizzo is the guy that does that.
Yeah, he does.
You know, so it would be cool if we had one of those Rizzo moments. Watch the breakdown after. Watch Rizzo. He steps up in the box, hits a 3-run homer. That's not my premonition. I wish it was.
My premo, Giancarlo goes deep again.
Oh.
I think it's going to be like a Flaherty.
What were you guys' premos?
Yeah.
The only thing you can think of, dude. We've seen.
that's what I was
We've
thinking
only
about.
seen two things.
The only things that happen.
I think that curveball is going to be the same Flaherty curveball, and he's going to boom and be mad.
Be mad. Why'd you
Mad.
throw this to me? So who's behind
He
Stanton?
gets mad.
Jazz?
Jazz can find the porch tonight, Jim.
No, if this goes bad, unbelievable that you kept Judge behind Soto and Jazz behind Stanton. You're two people producing. You chose in a do or die game 3 to not protect either of them. If this goes bad, unbelievable to not make those moves.
That's what I'm saying.
Win tonight, and all that shit goes away.
I still think it's unbelievable, but
Right.
Judge can save him.
I didn't say I think it's the right move, but this is where if you're managing the team, in theory, you should know more about what's going on. Hopefully they know more than us because we would have shuffled the lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I've got like a highlight Volpe double play.
Okay.
Yeah.